Ahmed Mansour was detained on Saturday at Berlin's Tegel airport as he was about to board a flight to Qatar. The arrest was made by Germany's federal police, who handed him over to state police in Berlin. Despite being in custody, Mr. Mansour issued a video message criticising the police action.
Unfortunately, the German authorities are handling this case in a very suspicious manner, and that raises a lot of questions on its involvement and how they are collaborating with the military regime in Egypt.
Mr. Mansour was sentenced in absentia to 15 years in prison by Cairo's criminal court last year on the charge of torturing a lawyer in Tahrir Square in 2011. But when Egypt asked Interpol to issue a red notice international arrest warrant, Interpol refused. Now it appears Cairo has taken the direct route.
It is inconceivable to have someone who is an innocent man. All he did was doing his job. He leads two leading programs on Al Jazeera.
Al Jazeera's acting director general said in a statement, the crackdown on journalists by Egyptian authorities is well known. Our network, as the Arab world's most watched, has taken the brunt of this. Other countries must not allow themselves to be tools of this media oppression, least of all those that respect freedom of the media, as does Germany. Ahmed Mansour is one of the Arab world's most respected journalists and must be released immediately. This case is fast becoming an international diplomatic incident. Mr. Mansour holds joint British-Egyptian citizenship, so the UK consul here in Berlin has now become involved. And the German authorities have the headache of trying to explain why their police have executed an arrest warrant which Interpol previously rejected. An online petition has so far been signed by thousands of people. German politicians have also come out in support of Mr. Mansour. The leader of the Green Party tweeted, "German government must explain arrest of Ahmed Mansour in Berlin. Highly questionable."
Ahmed Mansour!
The International Federation of Journalists, the Arab Organization of Human Rights, and dozens of other rights organizations have also condemned Mr. Mansour's arrest. Protesters also gathered in Berlin to show their solidarity. But there will be no further progress possible until the case goes before a judge later on Monday.
Paul Brennan reporting there, and Paul sent us this update on Monday's court proceedings.
Well, we had a preliminary hearing here in Berlin on Sunday, but that was effectively just to go through the paperwork and just to dot the I's, cross the T's, make sure that all the documents had been gathered that were necessary. It certainly wasn't a substantive examination of the issues behind it or the allegations which the Egyptian authorities have placed against Ahmed Mansour. That will take place on Monday. What's going to happen on Monday is that at 9 a.m. the Attorney General will arrive at his office. The documents which were rubber stamped today will be there waiting for him, and at 9 a.m. local time he will start to read them. At some point after that, once he's completed reading those documents, he will call Mr. Teubner, who is Ahmed Mansour's local lawyer here, call him and say, I've read the documents, let's now convene a formal hearing to look in substance at the allegations which the Egyptian authorities are levelling against Mr. Mansour. That's the reason why the timing of Monday's hearing is still up in the air. We're not exactly sure when the hearing will take place, although we know it will take place at some point on Monday, and that is the process that it will go through. One big question is just how much discretion, how much leeway does the Attorney General have to throw this case out if, for example, he might believe it to be politically motivated, or does he have to push it through just as long as the paperwork is in order? Is this purely a bureaucratic exercise? All those questions will be answered when the hearing actually convenes on Monday.